if I understand. The gods of old were from primitive man, as Hawkins says, and they were all based on anthropomorphic, I can't say the word, projections, which is basically usually of a punishing father, which is then projected onto God through angry volcanoes and needing vengeance, like, gosh, the volcano's gone off, so God's angry, so let me sacrifice my virgin daughter to the priest to rip her heart out to appease the angry God. So that kind of projection coming from, my father was probably punishing. So is projected onto God, and God is a thing, and the gods of old. And unfortunately, those, people who've had spiritual awareness, usually if there's possibly a religion or a spiritual group that orchestrates, usually people after the founders are often more in ego, and so they convert the thing into more of an ego-based thing, which is just ridiculous, like the Aztecs, God's angry, so let's rip the hearts out of virgins, um, and let the blood run down the stairs of the temple. I mean, they come on. So that's the gods of old, but it works, and as Freud said, as Hawkins said, it's still in our unconscious, not only until you get to enlightenment, probably still there. So, like, I have to be aware that when I'm meeting people, I'm probably projecting, if I put anyone in an authority figure, or I put God in an authority figure, I'm probably, if I haven't healed all the wounds with my father, or anything that represented authority, if I haven't forgiven it and got to a place, then I shall project a vengeful God, or a vengeful, human kind of punishing God, or human punishing religion, or human punishing father or mother, or human punishing government or world. So that projection still carries on, projecting out everywhere, which is the archetype of the the punishment archetype, and to have guilt and to punish myself and punish others. So it's important. It's a very important archetypal pattern to release. If I don't see God as anything but love, then I still have a lot of spiritual work to do. If I haven't, if I'm letting my religion uh, filter how my relationship with God, then I still have a lot of spiritual work to do with that, on clearing up the unforgiveness I have with what religion has done. And if I still meet people or authorities or governments, then and I think they're all bad and evil, and they need to be, punished, then, I still have a lot of spiritual work to do. So I recommend the Course in Miracles or 12-step work or Hawkins' work to clear up those unforgivenesses until the gods of old archetype, or the punishing God or punishing father or punishing whatever government or punishing teacher or church or whatever it is removed from my consciousness, because that's just a projection. So I think that it's very significant. Actually, it's probably more significant than the gods of old, and because if you see punishment in yourself or in others, there's spiritual work to do. So one has to, if you're committed to spiritual work, you need to sort of clear that up, in my view. Okay, gods of old question.